Okay, I think we should call the meeting to order. Time is 5:30 p.m. First on the agenda is roll call.
Downing.
Here.
Jensen.
Here.
McConnell.
Here.
Meckes.
Here.
Nichols is gone. Townsend.
Here.
And Van Derbeck is gone.
Okay, next we have consider motion adopting calendar as presented or as amended.
Second, I'll make a motion.
I have a couple
Yeah, I think
questions.
Yes, I'm
this is
second.
where
I think you
you're.
do as well.
Okay.
I do too.
Okay.
Procedures.
Okay. We have the motion, but the vote comes later.
Well, you can do the motion after, but,
Okay, well,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
After you've asked your questions?
Okay.
No.
I think under Robert's Rules of Order, you can't even discuss anything
Yeah,
unless it's a
we
motion.
wanna-
So you make a
Okay.
motion,
Yeah, we
second
need
it,
the
and then
motion
you can
first.
discuss it.
Okay.
Need the motion.
I'm just learning. all these things.
It makes
Me too.
So entertain a motion to
Also, move.
adopt the consent calendar.
So okay, I gotcha.
Now we can discuss it
Yes.
after it's
Okay.
seconded.
I thought you were.
Now we have discussion and then we have,
There we go. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You can go.
My question, I have an issue if the board is allowed to make a complaint viewed on social media. Does that mean we will be accepting complaints from the general
Okay.
public?
Okay,
Okay.
no, I think you're in there, okay.
is this on the consent calendar?
No,
That may come
you
later.
said you had some questions about
Oh, the police stuff?
the police.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
the
that's what
that
you're gonna.
question comes later.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
My first, do I
Okay.
just ask the question now?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Commanding officer of field operations, is that someone who's appointed for a certain amount of time, or is that none? How does that work?
So we have two, the way the department is set up, it's me, and then the two immediately below me are two captains. And they have one is the commander of field operations, and one of them is support services. Traditionally, before I got here, they would, just for career development, they would sometimes rotate the positions. But since I've been here, it's been the same person.
Okay.
And there's no plans to change those positions in the near future.
Okay. And the other one was, I know that if a police officer sees another officer doing something that is against regulations, they're to report it and there's to be no repercussions.
Right.
So if a complaint is founded and there have been other police officers on the scene who have not reported that, is there any action taken?
Sure, we would definitely look into that to see if they were in violation of this policy.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I had a couple of questions. One was about the highlighting, the red versus green in the policies. So,
That is,
Sorry, you go ahead.
that's, the red versus the green is to show what has been added and what has been taken out, because when we update these policies, the officers are going to look at it.
Oh, yeah.
They've seen the policy 100 times, they're like, well, what has changed? And some of these policies are 10 pages long, so the red and green just helps them so they know what part has changed.
and the green, I'm assuming, is addition?
Yes. And
Okay.
the red has
So,
been,
I'm so
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Melissa, when I send these out, it explains that just up on that left-hand corner at the top.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
okay.
I didn't read the header because I assumed it was a print.
The way they come in the packet, I think, is you get the highlighted version, and then the next version is the
You get a plain as well.
Jane.
Yeah, okay. So that answers my question about the internal affairs investigation on attachment A. And then I had one other, let me find it. I believe the one policy was a draft. Did I understand that correctly? So it hasn't gone through the full process?
Which one was that?
Let me find it. I think it was the duty to report.
Duty to intervene.
Intervene.
It's not, if it's in here, it's not a draft. It's been put out.
Okay, it does say,
So
Draft.
that is the one that, I believe it what is it? Well, the officer had explained to me that there was no changes on that at all. He simply wanted me to put it in the packet to show what the new format, is it a new
Oh,
format?
the Lexipol, we are in the process
Yeah.
of changing over our policies to the company that does it is called Lexipol, and that, it's gonna make it easier when we put them on the website to be searchable and things like that. Most of the agencies in the county use Lexipol as a service, it's a policy management company. And
Okay, yeah.
as you know, we're accredited through CALIA, so we work with both CALIA to make sure our policies align with the accreditation process, and Lexipol helps us with that too. In the long run, we're hoping they can help us take over some of our updating of policies when we can eliminate that position that we have doing that now.
Okay.
So the reason I think we put that in there was to show you the format, because you've gotten used to the one, I think it was the pursuit policy that you see
Sure.
in here. They're gonna start looking more like this Lexipol policy. It's just the format's slightly different.
Okay, so is it, the reason it's marked draft is because it's a format change and it's under Lexipol versus the,
Right, but that is our existing.
that is the okay, that was the question, because that part I found
You know
a
what,
little bit confusing.
we might not have transferred that part over. I apologize for, I just got the packet today, but we might not have.
I don't know if it,
I don't know, we do have a duty to intervene and report. That could just be Lexipol's version of our policy.
Okay.
We're about halfway through that process, and as you guys know, there's a bunch of policies in general orders, so we hope to be done with that sometime at the beginning of next year. And then you won't see the other format, you'll see the Lexipol one with the big, like, 346 or whatever on the top.
Okay.
That'll be the policy number.
that helps, because I thought I recall that there was a policy in regards to that, but then when this came and it was marked draft, I thought,
And that was one of the
Okay.
policies that came in, as you remember, kind of on the heels of the summer of 2020. And yeah.
okay. All right,
Okay.
that's it. Thank you.
Okay, any additional discussion on any of the articles that are presented there? Okay, if not, then basically,
We need a second, correct?
There was a second already.
There was a
Yeah.
second, Saul seconded it.
Okay.
No, I made the motion. There
Right.
should have been
Yeah.
a second,
everything
otherwise
has
we
to
wouldn't
vote.
be able to discuss
The
it.
vote council has.
So we didn't get a second.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We did.
She seconded.
No.
You did?
No, I did not.
He said, can I get a motion? And he said, I move blah, blah, blah. So that's the motion.
Okay.
But
we
then
need a
I
second.
did not, no one, I don't have a second.
Yeah, I didn't second it.
okay. Then
I
we
will.
We need,
I'll second.
Will someone second it?
I'll second it. Sure.
okay, been moved in second. Okay, we've had discussion, so we come to the vote. All those in favor of accepting the consent calendar as presented, there were no amendments, so it's as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Motion
Okay.
carries. Okay. Okay, board discussion. Item number 2. Okay, this is board members' opportunities.
New business?
That's what you just did. So now you would go to number 3, but we don't have any new business this time.
Okay.
So that's what, that was the
okay,
discussion.
okay,
And
yeah.
then,
New business, okay,
and
excuse
then
me.
old business, there's nothing
Okay,
there.
none there.
So you're gonna go to number 5.
No old business. Public comment.
I
Okay,
don't see anybody here.
okay, board information.
This is where you can talk, yes, about your, okay.
I'd like to discuss whether or not, since we've now said the board can make complaints, whether or not what separates the board from the general public? Are we going to be accepting complaints from the general public on social media? And if not, what's the difference?
Gonna look to you for that one.
Well, that's something that we'll have to add to the agenda
Yeah.
for next.
Oh,
time.
yes,
It's not
yes, yes,
something we
that's
discussed
right.
tonight.
I even
understand.
explained that when I
Yes, you
still.
did. That's why I stopped talking.
Okay.
Are there any specific points or areas you want highlighted in that?
I want in general.
Okay. Okay. Any other board information? Okay. Staff?
Nothing.
Okay. Item number 8, tentative meeting schedule for future agendas. I'm not going to be able to make that October 11th. I'm going to be cruising.
Good for you. Alaska?
Wife wants to do the Panama Canal.
There you go.
We're going to cruise to the canal.
It's nice, I've done it.
And like my mom say, get a good woman and you learn and acquire new things in life. Okay. Okay. Any other dates that, okay. Okay.
Do you want to reschedule the October meeting so you can be there?
If you can, it'd be nice. Don't want to create a disaster though.
How long is the cruise?
15 days.
If we push that another week,
2 weeks.
No,
2
I
weeks?
think I'm gonna be gone so long, 15 days, maybe we ought to just let it ride, you know.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of hard to find another day, day in October. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. Okay. So since there are no changes, we don't have to do anything on that. All right. So we come to, that was number 8. So we come to number 9, which is entertain a motion to adjourn into executive session.
so move,
Second.
beach us all.
Okay, moved in second. All those in favor?
Bye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.